on the Nozzle. And tonight, I'm going to be talking with Jason Andrews. He's also a DJ on the Thin Line Rock Station, but he has a pretty cool story. He's done a lot in his life, and he is the founder of Alpha Co. Jason, welcome in. Thanks for doing this tonight.
I appreciate it, social. I mean, Kevin, you're kick ass, man. Like I see everything you do. I see all the whole genre of everything you do for fire safety and everything you do to give us wisdom and knowledge. And thank you, man. Like, thank you. You remind me of changing my smoke detectors all the time. So thank you.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Now, you have a history in the service, correct?
Correct. Yes. I've served right after 9/11. 3 months after 9/11, I enlisted in the U.S. Coast Guard. Didn't think that was going to be my route. I wanted to become a cook, and I had full college scholarship to become a culinary arts specialist. And that didn't happen. Joined the Coast Guard, and after that, got out, got my degree in criminal justice. Missed the military life, got out, got in the army, and now I work for Homeland Security and been doing that for 18 years. So it's been a ride of law enforcement and intelligence gathering, and I wanted to become a cook in high school. So it's crazy how my path completely changed from that.
That's cool. That's cool. So you were in the Coast Guard?
So mhm.
That's awesome.
I was in the Coast Guard. Oh man, I loved it. I enjoyed it.
Now, with the Alpha Co and the Thin Line Rock Station, can you give me a little bit of how that all connects and what your involvement is?
So last year, around April, May, I had an idea to make my own gym equipment, my own clothes. And I started making my own shirts for the working out and stuff like that, very patriotic stuff on there. And more people asked me, like, hey, you should do this and sell it. Like, I would buy a few. I'm like, why not? Didn't think in a million years I'd do that. So I decided that I opened up a website. I started really designing more and more clothes. And then I go, you know, I already have a job. I don't need this to make money, but what I can do is use this, creativity of mine to what I built to help other people. And so I go, when I being a disabled veteran, a lot of charities come in your life from the VA and different things, say, hey, this will help with this will help with this. So I've gotten to work with a lot of nonprofit charities throughout the years, and I go, some of these charities, nothing wrong with the big ones. There's some big charities that do tremendous work. But you have these smaller ones that there's very little people, there's very little budget, but they do tremendous work in the first responder community, from mental health, physical health. If something happens, they give money to families of lost fallen first responders. There are so many things that these smaller nonprofits do that I feel could reach you quicker than the big ones can. That's just me, my experience, with all this. And so I reached out to a few of them, and I'm like, hey, do you guys have any merchandise? And they're like, no. Hey, let me make your merchandise. Let me put a great thing on, on the description of what your charity does, and then give you 50% back the profits of everything that sells in your collection. And they're like, are you serious? They're giving us money back for, you know, buying our own merchandise. I'm like, why not? It helps your charity. And that just kind of blew up. So now if you go on alphareadyco.com, you will see several nonprofit charity collections that I work with, that you buy anything from a coffee cup to a t-shirt, they get 50% of that profit, and I pay them out regularly. So either at the end of the week or at the end of the month, and making sure that they get that 50% back. If it's a few bucks or a few hundred or a few $1,000s, I cut checks to their nonprofits, and it's awesome because that's exactly what I built this store for. You know, so then I started doing what I do, and then I was able to get this position with the Thin Line Rock Station as a DJ. Very, very honored with that. And the station managers go, "Hey, we have a store, but it could be better." And they go, "What can you help us with?" I'm like, "Well, where's your stuff coming from?" And we had a good, nice meeting. And he goes, "Can you make our merchandise? We'll give you a percentage." And I go, I'm down to make a merchandise. I'm down to sell it. I'm down to do whatever I can to help you guys out, but I'm not down to take a percentage. And the reason for that is I love being on the station. I love being on the rock station. I love being a DJ. I've always wanted to be DJ for my entire life. And I've had many people say, hey, you should be on radio. But the problem is, I've been to radio stations say, hey, how is it to, be on the station? You have to have a degree. You have to have all these different things that after you've gone to school, after you've got all kinds of training, you're kind of like, man, do I really want to go get another degree for something that may or may not happen?
Right.
And I even asked the station manager, JJ James, I'm like, hey, do you need a degree or a tech degree or something? He goes, no. And I'm like, we'll teach you how to do stuff. And they were very knowledgeable and experienced on that. I was like, all right. And ever since I started doing it, I've had a blast. And I've gotten to know all the DJs, I've gotten to know you, I've gotten to know all these deep, great, amazing people that do tremendous work that I hear you guys all day long. Like literally, I have the radio all day long, either at work, in my car, at home. Sometimes, I'll turn on the TV if I feel like watching TV. Majority of the time, I'm working on my business. Majority of the time, I'm doing stuff around the house or in the garage, and I'll have the radio station on, and I hear everybody talk, and it affects me in ways, guys, that you have no idea. Everybody has a way to talk. Everybody has a wisdom and knowledge. Everybody has something where I grasp to. If it's a day I'm having, if it's a bad day, if it's a good day, if it's something where I'm like today in the garage, I'm like, I'm listening to JK and I'm like, man, like, wow, like I needed to hear that. Like everybody has something to provide to the table. And when that time came after totaling up their sales and, you know, looking at the math and going, trying to figure out this percentage, I go, you know what? No. You know what? And it just hit me. I'm like, no, here's all the profit from every merchandise that sells. So from that point on, every time someone buys anything from the Thin Line Rock Shop or from the Thin Line DJ collection, I don't get a penny of it. All the profit goes back to them to keep funding this great station. And they're like, well, you put in a lot of work. True. I put in a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to build merchandise and all that stuff you see.
It does.
But you know what? It's therapeutic.
Yeah, it
It's
absolutely
therapeutic for
does.
me. It helps me, it helps me with my PTSD. It helps me with my depression. It helps me with all the stuff I've been through. It's like art. It's like pottery or golf or any other things that first responders and veterans do to relax themselves, to
Mhm.
unwind, to kind of remove any PTSD from them. That's what I use this store for. And so I'm like, why am I paying you money for therapy that's helping me? Yeah, I enjoy it. So
Now, right now, we are on Twitch, YouTube, and a few other places. We've got some people over on Twitch. I believe there's a couple over on YouTube right now. It's kind of
that's
cool.
awesome. That's awesome.
It's crazy, to go live and to have all these different places. We've got new software
Yep.
going on and everything. Now, you are on Instagram as well, right?
I'm on Instagram. I do majority of my work on Instagram. I have my personal account. I have my business. I have my rock station, and then I have another radio station I do that belongs to Brianna Rico that just started about a few weeks ago. This one's different. This one goes back to before I joined the military. So my high school days, 1995 to 2001, talking about that time era and how I grew up in that time era. So nothing to do with military, law enforcement, first responder. This is more, hey, this is the food I used to eat. This is the music I used to listen to and the toys I used to play with. And going back to that nostalgia, which is kind of cool. It's kind of a nice little break. Don't get me wrong, like I love talking about everything I talk about, but it's kind of nice to take a minute and kind of remember the past and go, man, I remember playing with this. I remember hearing this music. I remember this is the stuff I grew up with in high school. So it's a kind of nice little balance there. But I do majority of my work on Instagram. I have Facebook, I have TikTok, but majority of it is on Instagram. Yeah.
I see you everywhere. I see you like all over the place. I see you. I mean, on Saturdays, you're on from what, 12 to 6. I think you're on right before me.
12 to 6.
Um, yeah,
Right
yeah,
before you.
yeah.
Yep.
So it's cool. I mean, yeah, I listen to you when I'm getting streams ready and I'm doing my work. I've got you playing in the background, kind of jamming out. It's a lot of
I
fun.
appreciate it. That
It's
means
a
a
lot of
lot.
fun. Um,
That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. I
yeah.
listen to you,
Now
man. I listen to like you have. I love your wisdom and knowledge, man. I love the passion you have for the fire service and volunteer, fire stations. And I mean, I drive by one all the time, they guys do tremendous work in the firehouse. I mean, I could never be a firefighter. I've talked to you about that story, but you guys do. I look up to you guys. You guys are my heroes. And it's so funny because every time I see a fire truck with lights behind me, obviously they're not going to a party. They're going to help someone. Man, I pull over in seconds, you know what I mean? In seconds, just to make sure they drive by and get to that call where they need to go. And people need to have more respect for that because I've seen obviously them driving, especially in Texas, they don't care. They just, and I'm like, oh my goodness, man, like you have no idea. Those few seconds are seconds away from saving someone's life or saving
right.
someone's house from burning down or something. So like move out of the way. You see lights behind you? get over on the right lane. Be done. Just get over how long it takes. I don't care if you're in a hurry. It's not worth it.
Right.
It's not worth it.
Right.
So
now you do a lot of talking on the Thin Line Rock Station. You have different shows. It's almost like every time in between the songs, you kind of lead the listener through a storyline all the way to the end, right? And I just got to say, I enjoy it, man. I absolutely enjoy listening to your talks. You read some news sometimes. You talk about posts. You talk about just about everything out there, and you're keeping it very informative, but yet entertaining at the same time. So I want to give you a little shout out there, man. You do a lot. You do a whole lot. You do a lot for the radio station as well. You've made merch for every single DJ that is on there. You made some cool merch for me. That's on the station website, and it's awesome. Everything that everybody buys with the K-Bill little logo on it on the station site, that helps fund the station. So we're very appreciative of the Thin Line Rock Station giving us that platform, allowing us to talk, allowing us to have that time. So it's great. You do an amazing job.
And that's why it felt like when they kept saying, why you're not taking any money? I was like, you guys not just give me a voice to vent, to talk, to share my emotions or feelings or whatever's going on, but you guys give all these DJs time to share anything they want to share about anything. If it's, teaching someone something, or if it's mental health or something, where it's like, you guys let us have this platform for free. Let me give you something back in return that helps keep the station going, and many DJs have bought several items already from their collection, and it's awesome when you see the order come in and it's a DJ. I was like, that's cool. I'm glad, I'm glad to hear that and see that. And because it's what it is, it's advertisement for your station. I mean, I literally have had this shirt on all day. I was in a parade today with Congressman Dan Crenshaw with hundreds of people with the shirt on.
Right.
Advertising the Thin Line Rock Station, and it's like, it's advertisement. It's free advertisement for your station, for the show, for everything you do. Exactly. I love it.
Now,
and it's like,
there was something else.
If you guys, or whoever's watching, whoever's listening. Oh, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say there was something else. And I love cards.
Oh,
I love these cards. Okay. I do a lot of different fire service cards. Everybody
ready to open.
Right. Everybody in the fire in our community knows that I love Taylor's Tin Shiny Cardboard, and I love the Legacy Fire cards. And here's the funny part. You took the logo and you're like, hey, man, I got these poker cards. And I'm like, dude, I haven't been able to find poker cards, a deck of cards anywhere like I could do it. And it's somehow, some way, you have the Kevin K. Bill Billingsley SocialFD Going Beyond the Nozzle logo and the Thin Line Rock Station on a deck of poker cards. And I've got some coming, and I'm going to do a giveaway with a couple of those. I'm going to keep one of the packs for myself, but I got a couple that I'm going to be doing a giveaway with, and you're the one who drove that.
Nice. Heck yeah.
I
appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, it's awesome. They're awesome.
It's just, it's fun. It's fun. And like the shoes, like your shoes, man, I spent about 4 hours straight at my kitchen counter designing your shoes, because the shoes are hard. The shoes, you have to have different angles, and you don't want to just throw the image on there. You want to have it look good from each side, and so I'm looking at your shoe, I'm designing it, I'm angling it, I'm doing everything I can. Then I'll play around with it. I'll go get a cup of coffee. I'll come right back. Okay, I want it this way, and it takes me time. The shoes are hard, but when it's done and you see the finished creation, it's art. Right. It really is. It's art. I mean, who could say they have a shoe that has their logo and their stuff on it? Now if you want to wear it, that's cool. If you want to just buy it and hang it somewhere in your garage, as a collector item, you never know. But this is art. A lot of people have different ways of art. They think Picasso and Michelangelo, but there's so many different types of art. And I feel like, in a way, it's kind of my PTSD therapy of art.
I agree. I have a merch store. I mean, everybody knows SocialFDmerch.com. That's where we do all of our fundraising, and there it is. I got my
nice coffee cup right there for you.
Look at that.
Look at that. I love this. Look at that. I love this right here. Simple post can to save a life. Look at that.
I love it.
You guys got to get one. Whoever's watching or listening, got to get this one. I use this every day for coffee. Every day. For I realize that every post I make could save a life thanks to SocialFD. That's awesome. I
Dude,
love it.
it's great that you got that, man. It's awesome. Yeah, I didn't really expect that to pop up, but what I was gonna say is I lost my train of thought, and that's the, oh, so anyway,
No, you're good.
socialfdmerch.com.
You're good.
You got me. You actually got me, bro. Socialfdmerch.com. As far as designing, that's what we do. That's what it's a very, like you said, it's an outlet, right? And it's also a way to raise funds. And so for us, that website is important for that community. My community loves going there, but it's important for them to know and understand that at alphareadyco.com, there's a whole list of DJs that you can get merch from, and I'm on there. And there's, like he said, shoes, poker cards. I believe there's shirts. I believe there's a mug. There's all kinds of cool stuff. He's always adding something. I think what it is, you get a little bored.
iPhone.
I think you get a little bored somewhere sometime. And you're like, hey, I got 15 minutes. I'm gonna make something. I mean, you do a lot. You do a lot. So
why not? No. And it's fun. The toys one. I think the toys one was probably now the music videos I make them. I made the 90210, and then I made the actually AI generated rock band for the entire DJ, like a song made for the station with the DJs in it, and then having them in there. That was fun. That took a while. That took about 3 weeks to generate and make. But then the toys didn't take that long, but the toys cracked me the heck out because how, even though if you ask AI something, sometimes it doesn't give you something right away. So you have to kind of really work with it and go from there. And then finally the finished product that you see, I was like, okay, this was awesome. Like it was awesome. Yeah. So
I got a guy watching Luzak. Now we do live pack rips on my live streams on Twitch and everywhere on Saturday nights. And I sell them. I sell the live pack rips. He's like, hey, the live pack rips are sold out. Well, last night they went crazy. Bro, 2 weeks ago, I opened up like 69 packs of cards. Last night, I couldn't even tell you. I think I opened like 50 or so. It was insane. Absolutely insane.
Wow.
Yeah, Adam, he's on here and he's saying there wasn't much left last night. Absolutely, there wasn't. Now, because of you watching and listening and all the stuff that I'm doing, you jumped over on legacyfirecards.com and you grabbed a couple packs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't.
I did.
You've never opened these before.
6 packs right here. I have not opened them. I just got them a few days ago.
I love it. So here's what I want you to do. I've got a couple packs. I've got a couple packs. I'm gonna reach down in there. I'm gonna grab. Now everybody knows that closer to the bottom of this box that I have, I probably can get a hit. I don't know. So I've got 2 packs in my hand. Grab 2 packs that you think are the heaviest. Okay. Grab 2 packs from yours that you have and see if they feel the heaviest. All right. Now here's the reason. There's a chase card in here that everybody is looking for. All right. It's a number 77 Harry Howard. All right. It's a holographic Harry Howard.
Okay.
It is a very, very hard card to get. Okay. Very hard card to get. If you or I, in these 2 packs that I have in my hand, or in the 2 packs that you have in your hand, if we pull a Harry Howard number 77, I'm going to give away 6 packs of cards in my next live stream on Saturday. So no pressure. No pressure. If you think you can pull it, great. If not, all right. We'll see what happens. All right.
Okay.
I think I lost it.
I'm like feeling honored to be part of this.
There you go. No, you're there. You're back.
Oh, hold on.
I thought I scared you when I said that. I thought I put too much pressure on you when I said that you have to find these. So while you're getting back, I'm going to rip a card. I'll rip a pack, and we'll see what is going to happen here. Hold on. There we go. I've got 2 packs. So now this is good. This is good. That's a good sign. The very first card that's on there is a Harry Howard base card. All right. Harry Howard base card. Beautiful. All right. Let's see what I got. Let's see. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties, but it's all right. We're used to that here on the Social FD streams. It's all good. It's all good. We'll eventually get him back. And anything? No. That's the Harry Howard base card. The Harry Howard base card. That's all I got. That was the best one. I think he's trying to come back. We're going to get him here. All right. Let's see. I think he's coming in.
Oh, there
I think
we
he's
go.
back. There we go. You're
All
back.
right.
You're back. You're back. Kind of back.
Text you sometimes, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll give it a few minutes to kind of. Here's my second pack. See what we got.
Hold on, let me get off.
There, you're getting better.
I don't know why I can't jump back on.
All right. Harry Archer.
Okay, so can you see me now?
Backdraft.
Backdraft.
And there is the color remix. All right, let's see what you got in your packs.
Okay, really quick.
Yeah.
Describe to me like someone that's brand new that is now like excited about this.
Right.
Describe to me how this got started, and describe to me like I'm just noticing your pack. I mean, you got like different like what are they using? I mean, you have a movie there. You have historical people. How did they come up with this? Like for someone like me, brand new, that has never done this before, that's actually excited to be a part of this.
Okay.
How did this come about, and what's the reasoning?
So here's the reasoning is very, very simple. Honestly, it's preserve, educate, and collect. All right, that's what these cards are about. So the fire service, there's cards out there from back in the 80s and before, but there really isn't any current cards. Now, these legacy fire cards, if you don't know, right? If you don't know who Harry Howard is, because you rip that pack open and you look at it, you're able to learn about it. Now, guys in the fire service don't really get to spend time with the family talking about the fire service because, quite honestly, everybody wants to know what's the worst call, right? You kind of just get burned out. Well, you have little ones, and this ignites that excitement again to share the fire service like famous fires. Okay, there's tools, notable names, right? So as you rip these packs open, there's a little bit of information like the life net. It gives you just enough information. Yeah, it gives you just enough information that you can actually research it. But there's also, for the buffs, you have photos of apparatus where you can discuss and talk about with your kids the different types of fire engines, fire trucks. What's the difference? So it's cool. And there's some tools like an old call box. Not a lot of people understand and know what that box is about.
Right.
Now, when you rip it and you see it, you Google it and you learn. So it's sharing the fire service in a healthy, safe, fun way. And you collect some cards and you chase them. I mean, Backdraft, dude.
Cool.
You know,
that's cool. I love that movie.
Yes. Yeah. So let's see what you got in your pack.
All right.
Rip that thing open.
There we go. First time doing this.
Get that Harry Howard, man. Everybody in chat is wanting you to rip open and show a Harry Howard. Now it's going to be holographic.
We have
the Roto-Ray.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
I call it the spinning flower, and I just got in trouble for that.
Ooh.
Leo Stapleton. Beautiful card.
I love it.
The water can.
I love it.
That's a beautiful rig.
That is a beautiful rig. That is great. Got another beautiful rig right there.
Yeah. The Dalmatian dog. Now that's actually a pretty cool story. I highly encourage. Everybody's like, oh, the Dalmatian dog, it's synonymous with the fire department. Yeah, it is, but there's a reason. There's a reason, there's a story, there's a whole history about the Dalmatian dog. So if anything, I would say you want to learn something cool, later on, look up the history of a Dalmatian dog in the fire service. It's pretty cool.
Okay. I definitely will.
Pretty cool.
Man, I love history. So yeah. Oh, I remember this. I'm a big person that loves going to Vegas. Okay. Go
Oh
to
yeah.
Vegas all the time. And I remember seeing this, and they have a frame in there in this hotel in Vegas. And I remember hearing about this, but
Yeah, the MGM Grand. Yeah.
that's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. I heard that was a bad fire too. Like really
Yeah.
bad.
Now there's other fires. There's the Jaws of Life. Everybody calls it the Jaws of Life, but there's a bunch of different types of tools. And as you collect these and you start researching these, you learn.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Blakely, she is my fire captain's daughter. She loves collecting these cards. I believe she's 5. I don't want to get in trouble, Blakely. I know you're watching. I think she's 5, 4 or 5, right around there, maybe 6. I'm not 100%. I'm terrible with ages and kids, man. I'm
Don't
terrible.
worry about it.
But my chief son, okay, Brantley, he loves these cards. And it's so cool because these are the legacy fire cards. They have the shiny cardboard, which is different. All right. But it's all from Taylor's Tins and it's all from National Fire Radio, right? They went together. So yeah, I love it. Let me see that other pack, man. Rip it. I'm telling you, you gotta get that chase card.
I'm hoping I do too.
Oh, there
So
it
let's
is.
see here.
Yeah, nice. You got
Let's
that
see
color
here.
remix.
How they design these things, man. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Put a lot of time. They put a lot of thought.
They do put a lot of time in it. Yeah.
They have the second edition coming up in a few months. So, that's the Winecoff fire. Yeah.
We got another nice rig right there. Old-fashioned
beautiful.
rig. That's an old-fashioned rig right there. And then we got a nice. Okay, I got a question for you. Why are some of them fire trucks are in yellow? Some of them are in red.
Hey, so there's history to the red fire truck. The red paint was cheap. that's why it started out that way. Yeah.
Wow, but it's stuck like that. They never went back to yellow. Because I mean, all the fire trucks around here are red. I rarely see a yellow one.
Yeah, there's different colors, bunch of trucks, different areas, but the red is the most famous, and it's basically because back in the day when they first started painting, it was cheap. It was the cheapest paint they had. But another reason to research it, right? And say, why are fire trucks red or yellow or green or blue or black? Yeah, it's cool, man.
Wow,
it's cool.
Brooklyn, Massachusetts firehouse right there.
Nice.
Okay, you've obviously know this question. These huge rigs like this, I mean, this thing is massive, and I see them all the time in Houston. These are the ones that deal with skyscraper fires and things like that. How do you drive this thing? It's massive. You
got the wheelman, right? You got the guy in the front, the engineer, he's driving that, and you got the guy in the back, and he's driving the rear side. It's cool, man. It's cool.
He controls the backside. So if he makes a left, he has to make a left too.
I'm not 100%. Yeah, basically, so they can bend it. Now, here's the thing: when they're on a highway, right, and they have a lot of traffic, they can crab walk that thing. So they're driving straight, and then they bring that backside out, and they can block the lanes as they're going. It's cool. If you've never seen it, grab YouTube and look it up. Look it up. Grab another pack if you want.
The New York.
Oh yeah, there you go.
To New York telephone fire. Man, there's so many. I don't got that card. Wait a minute. Well, you just taught me something right now. I'm a big history buff. I watch history all the time. Benjamin Franklin was a firefighter.
Oh man, you're going to be jumping into a rabbit hole. I love this.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'd love this.
I know Benjamin Franklin of everything he's done. I never knew he was a firefighter.
Yeah, he's actually one of the godfathers of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That when I saw that, I'm like, that's not what the like.
And I know you're a history guy. I know you're a history guy, and I know that you're going to be, click. You're going to as soon as we get off of here, I already know you're going to be checking this out, and I love it.
Are you kidding me? You
I
kidding me?
love
I
it.
love it. All
This is
right.
this is
So
what
we
these
got,
cards are about, man. Check this out. Look, these are
this is
little tiny
awesome.
pieces of cardboard, and you and I we're not in the same room, but we're sharing something. I'm able to
Right.
share my love with the fire service with you, and you're actually seeing these cards and you're getting excited about the history. Love it. This is what
This
this
is
is about.
amazing. This is amazing. Patrick Raymond. I don't know who this gentleman is. I'm going to read him about him later. You know, obviously looks like something in the fire industry. Um, the back step of a fire truck. It's pretty cool. I like that. Fort Knox. Ooh, Fort Knox. I have a lot of history on Fort Knox. Some people think there's no gold in there. You never know. So
Right.
more another fire truck. I love these fire trucks, man. I love how they got, all these different cities to participate in and send them pictures and things like that. So once again, another yellow fire truck. You kind of wonder,
Right.
like, all right, Molly Williams,
So
another probably.
Molly Williams, bro, I'm going to say this about a lot of these cards, but that Molly Williams is a fantastic piece of history. Fantastic piece of history. And I would tell you first, look up Molly Williams and research her before you do
Okay.
Benjamin Franklin or anyone else. That story, her story being the first female firefighter from way, way back during the slave times. It's
And she's African American, so
absolutely,
there's even more history and more
absolutely,
first of
absolutely
everything. That's
fantastic
amazing.
story.
Wow. Wow. And then we got the fire net. Now, this right here, okay, how much? Okay, so back in the day, before the hook and ladder, you had Chicago, you had New York City, okay, skyscrapers being built. They didn't have the fire. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they didn't have the fire trucks like that they knew now to reach up that high, okay? So they made these fire life nets. You see them in the old movies, you see them all in old TV shows, all this stuff. How? Okay, say if I was on the 30th floor and I needed to jump, is there like a certain height where it work or a certain height where it's like, no?
So
You know what I'm
I
saying?
could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I believe back then the tallest ladder that they had was, I believe, the sixth floor. I'm sure if I'm wrong, somebody in chat is gonna is gonna correct me. But I believe the highest that it could go was the sixth floor back in the day. Kleckner, just so you know, I see the comment. I love it. It's hilarious. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not even gonna read it. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, it's Kentland. The Kentland card that you picked up is awesome. That fire department's, we'll just say, famous. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab another pack. I'm gonna grab
All right,
another
go ahead,
pack.
go ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
Well, you still got cards we haven't seen, right?
I still got 2 packs. Yep.
Oh,
Well, here,
no, okay.
I got a few. I got a few like Lee Stapleton right here. This guy's
Yes. So now
supposed to be very
that card right there, you have the base card, and now you have the color remix card. Okay.
That's cool. That's
So
badass.
yeah, look at that. Look at
Yeah,
that. Now there's
gorgeous.
chase card. I'm hoping we pull a chase card.
And then what is these cards?
So those are quote cards. All right. If you take care of the job will take care of you.
I
Right?
love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Wow.
Rick Lasky. That is a beautiful. There's a bunch of different motto or quote cards. Okay. I believe there's 10 in this edition. Absolutely fantastic. You want to talk about being able to give yourself that motivation,
Yep.
to have an understanding just in a quick glance. Those cards are awesome.
That's
I've got
amazing.
a guy that's putting them in like a frame so he can put it on the wall, and each one of them, all top five. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna rip this pack real quick.
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
I am hoping we get a hit. I really am. Hackensack Fire. Patrick.
I love it. All right. All right.
It's so hard to move the cards the right way when you're looking at another. I tell you that, but it's all right. We're gonna get there. Let's see. I keep doing it. There we go.
No,
Oh, it's the wrong way. There we
That's an
go.
old one. I remember growing up with a truck like that when I was a kid.
The Great Chicago Fire.
Ooh. I heard that started by just a mule kicking a lamp.
They say they say it was a cow.
A cow.
Miss O'Leary's cow. But what do we got? Oh, nice. That's very nice.
All right. So correct me if I'm wrong. If you could repeat the the challenge. If I find a certain card, what happens?
So if we find the Harry Howard holographic card, it's the hardest one in the set. It's a number 77. If we pull that this coming Saturday, I'm going to give away 6 packs of these cards to someone in our live stream.
How many, like this card, is it like, is there only a few of them, or like how's the percentage of this?
I'll put it to you like this. I know people that has ripped open 9 boxes. 9 boxes. Okay. That's 30 packs per box.
That's
9
amazing.
packs. There's 10 cards per pack. And only get 177.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Only one.
So
now it's a holographic. They have a base card, they have a color remix, and then they have a holographic. The holographic is the hardest one. So, and I'll show you what the base card I have. This is the base card.
Okay.
All right. Now you have the silver. There's a silver version, like you see those other ones, the color remix, and then there's a holographic where the whole thing is like a rainbow.
Oh. So I was jealous. I love the movie Backdraft. I've seen that movie thousands of times, like thousands. And I loved. I went to when the Universal Studios had the Backdraft tour when I was in high school. Like I would go see it. It was awesome. So when I got the Backdraft card, I was like, heck yes.
There you go.
This one right here, I'm not too sure if exactly what everybody's looking for.
Okay, so that is the color remix. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you got me excited.
So close. So close, man.
Oh,
everybody in chat just lean forward. Everybody watching just lean forward and just taking a real close look at that card. I mean, but now here, let's hold it up side by side.
It looks holographic though.
So, like I said, this is the base card that I have in my hand, and you have the color remix one. And there's one more version, and that's the holographic.
Oh,
now, if you look at the bottom left, of the card, you'll see a number. It says something out of something. I have a hard time reading it. I can't. But down there is the actual where the number would be, and that it would be 77. And then super hard card to get. Super hard card.
Wow. Well, you had me excited there for a second, but you got, these are just amazing. I mean, this is history. This is, old vehicle history. I mean, this is just, I love how they do this, because you got a few mix-ins with the same cards, but then you have these new ones that are in here as well that I have not seen before, and it just, and then history, like, okay, the New York, I mean, I already knew about the Chicago fire, the New York telephone fire, like this is, I want to look this up. Like I've never heard of this fire before. You know what I mean? I want to check this out. And, you go to different fire stations, and this one from Maui, Hawaii, it is. And then another quote card. I'm going to definitely, I love this. I'm going to actually put this into, the same thing you're talking about, and make my own little box with it. I love quotes and motivation. What is this one? This one is very, hold on. I'll show you this last one real quick. This is another, another great fire truck. This one is different.
Oh, you got bro, congratulations. You got a Scully, man. You got a Scully, dude. So Zach Newton, all right, he designs these. That is one of the chase cards of this set. So it's one of the rare cards of this set.
Okay.
Yeah. And Scully's, there's a bunch of different designs. I mean, I have one somewhere that it's a little different. But anyway, they have a bunch of different ones, and they're collectible. They're just collectible. You know what I mean? Beautiful cards.
Okay.
Just beautiful cards.
All right.
Zach Newton has done a fantastic job. He works real close with them. So yeah, I'm gonna rip another pack.
I know. I got my last pack open here. This is exciting. This is exciting.
I said I was only gonna do 2, but we're gonna rip all of them. Like, whatever you got.
So I got a question. You do this all the time. Like I see the notifications that you're live,
right?
And see. Oh, that's cool. How many packs do you buy, or how many packs you get? This is,
bro.
It's amazing.
My wife's watching. My wife's no. Yeah, my wife. My wife is watching. I love her. I have ripped so many packs, bro. It's cool. Maui. Now there's 3 cards of this set of the Maui Fire Department. There's this, the color remix, and then a holo, which is, I believe, the second hardest card to get.
Wow.
The station nightclub fire. It's an interesting story. I did a podcast. I did a podcast on some of these.
MGM Grand Fire. Yep. Wow.
Jaws of Life.
Jaws of Life. Yep.
Oh, look,
Maui
there it
one.
is. There's a color
There it
remix,
is.
Maui.
The color remix.
That's the
Yep.
color remix version of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Sweet.
So it's my last pack here. I got a nice little rig right there. Got a firehouse. This one right here, I got the triangle shirt wash factory fire. That's going to be a history that I want to read about
Yeah,
later. How that started.
that's actually a good story. It's an unfortunate story. The Triangle Waist Shirt Factory fire. Now, back in the day, blouses were called shirts, shirt waists,
Right.
shirt waists, and they had a fire there. It lasted about 30 minutes. Very fast fire.
Well, that's not a
And-
good thing if it lasts that fast.
Right. Unfortunately, a lot of people passed in that fire. But it changed a lot of regulations in the fire service and actually in building construction. So
Wow. It said that
of course,
it said that something like this has to happen in order for things to change in building code
Right.
and mate and all that stuff, you know? So a Halligan tool. Now, I've seen firefighters use this. It looks
Halligan,
like
yes.
it
Yeah.
looks like an axe with a pitchfork at the end. I mean, what would you use this for?
Everything.
Yeah.
that's everything. Yeah, everything.
Interesting.
100%. See, look, I mean, you're a first responder. You've been a first responder for a long time, and I just absolutely love seeing this interest and learning about this. And like I said, that these cards drive that, man. I love this.
Amazing.
Absolutely love
It's amazing. I love it. The Hartfield circus fire. Now, obviously, circus tents are flammable and things like that. So I don't see this going in a good direction. And I'm curious how this started.
Right.
So that's going to be an interesting story that I'm gonna read up in history.
You've got a lot of homework.
I got a lot of homework tonight. Benjamin Franklin card. I'm still mind-boggled by this. I've read Benjamin Franklin. I have my grandparents, I mean old, through the generations have given me a photo album of stamps that I still have, like old stamps, like Benjamin Franklin stamps, like all this stuff. And I've looked through it many times. I mean, there's stuff in there from George Washington, like old stamps. They were a stamp collector and it just passed on through generation. They never sold them, nothing like that. And some of these stamps, I go, I know there's some value or worth in here, but you're afraid to touch them because they're so like, they had them so organized and but I've researched Benjamin Franklin. I never heard that he was a firefighter. So this one's going to be an interesting read. I'm
can't
just
wait.
blown away. I'm blown away.
I can't wait till you do it.
We got another working rig right there. I like that. That's awesome. And then a nice little hologram, or what is this one?
So color remix. Yep.
Color remix. Yeah, I like that. And then a nice little quote. I like that. This is exactly what I live by right here too. Yep.
So, I have a feeling I'm going to be seeing these quote cards on your back wall pretty soon.
Oh, you will see. I'm already having a shadow box with this already here soon. And then, is this something else?
So there you go. That's another Zach Newton. You got another hit. That's a Zach Newton original artwork. And again,
awesome.
That's one of the chase cards in this set. Now there's the base cards, right? So here, let me show you. Here's some base cards, like the Maui. Okay, that's a base card. Right. You see the red on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the color remix of that card. It's silver, but kind of got that, rainbowish glow.
Right.
And then there's a holographic card. The holographic card looks a lot like the one you just showed. It's the coloring. So you have base, color remix, and then you have those chase cards that and then you have the model card. Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It's cool. I mean, these are just wow.
All right, I'm going to reach deep into this box. This is going to be the last pack that I rip open.
And the one thing I like too, it didn't just come with the cards. It came with some cool stickers.
Right.
It came with, I missed one. I missed one. And then, great little paperwork and it tells you like the company. It tells you how, I missed one. I'm surprised I missed one. Okay. I don't know if this is something, but
Now that is, I believe, from the Forest Edition. If you take a look at the bottom left, you can see it. That's the Barajas card. That's from the shiny cardboard.
It looks like it says third
Okay,
battalion.
3 end. Yeah, so it'd be 3. Yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't remember if it
yeah.
was a 3 or 4, but yeah. So that is actually a firefighter's helmet. And that shield was actually made by Taylor's Tins. And that picture was sent in, and Taylor then chooses it and put it on a picture. And that is the holographic version of that card.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. Is this a chaser or is this a normal type of card?
That would be a chase because it's hollow. Yep.
Okay.
And that's why they included it with your stuff. Yeah. All right. This is my last pack of the night. Let's see if I can pull. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Nice.
Nice.
All right. We're getting there. Oh, we got a lot of trucks. We got a lot. Oh, we got a lot of trucks. The Maltese Cross.
That's wow.
Maltese Cross.
That's a nice Templar.
It's dude, I love this awakening you got going on with these cards. I love this. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that look on your face, like, wait a minute, hold on a minute. What is going on? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Love it. The Roto Ray color remix. Oh gosh.
Now I've studied the Knights Templar. They would have to. Knights Templar was a society that would protect Christian organizations, Ark of the Covenant, Cup of Christ. They disbanded years ago. Sometimes some people think they're still alert and awake, just hidden and quiet. But to have a fire service on them to protect churches, yeah, I could see that. They could add and protect them all. So yeah, So
the story of the Maltese Cross is fascinating. And you can't put, if you noticed on these cards, there's just enough information to get you started. Okay. And when you start reading it, what you find on that card, if you start researching that, you're going to find some really cool information. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Amazing. Man, this is fun, man. Like I want to buy some more because this was like this is awesome. Like I learned so much. I didn't realize and here's the thing to your viewers and listeners, okay? History, a lot of people are like, oh, it's history, it's history. Let me focus on making money. Let me focus on science. Let me focus on math. Nothing wrong in that. But if you forget history, history is bound to repeat itself. And that's why I love history so much, because you learn the past and you go, wait a minute, if the future ends up in a certain way, it's going to repeat history. But then you learn too how things are made. There's times where you're like, how did this end up? How did this make? Who did this? Who created this? And it's awesome to go back and see how everything started, how fire tools were created, how fire hydrants were created. I mean, back in the day during the Chicago fire, I remember reading they were using water buckets, and that's how Chicago burned so fast because it wasn't enough. Compared to now, unfortunately, yes, there's still spread fires everywhere, and especially in California. I used to live there. It was fires all the time in California, and it spread like quick. But they found ways to still control it so it doesn't get so hand. I mean, they're fighting the weather, and sometimes you just can't win against the weather. It is what it is. And there's a lot of that in California where I lived. But all your viewers, all your listeners, all your watchers, this is history. This is what I just learned today. This is not just a fun trading card game. This is straight up history to research, to learn, to know things that I didn't even know before. And I read a lot. I watch a lot. I learn a lot. That like Benjamin Franklin thing, that just blew my mind right there. The Knights Templar.
And there's chase cards.
It's amazing. And the chase cards where you got to make it fun, where it's like, man, I want to find these now. I want to find, you got me excited now to find that one.
You've got the holographic chase cards that were original artwork from Zach Newton embedded. Yeah. Now that's a card that you want to save, man, because people love it. We love these cards. And so you're learning the history.
How many of these are like out there?
I believe I don't remember. I'm going to get so chastised for this.
No, you're fine.
I think
I'm not trying
I
to
think
test
there's
your
eight.
knowledge. I'm just
No. I think there's 8 chase cards like that, but there's holographics as well. So like I was saying,
yeah.
like you got yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's amazing. That's crazy. Wow.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah. I love
Man,
the fact that you're like,
I
hey, I'm
love it.
learning about this stuff. This is the
This
first
is
time you've
awesome.
ever
You
ripped
kidding me?
open these cards. And
First time ever, ever. And it
now,
was funny because I got to know you, right? I'm watching your stuff on Instagram. I'm getting to know you. I'm getting to know all the DJs. I'm hearing you. And I'm like, the first time I heard this, I'm like, what the heck is this guy talking about? What the heck? Firefighter cars? What the heck is he talking about? And then more and more I watched you, more and more I started seeing your videos. I go, okay, all right, there's firefighter cars. But like in my head, I kind of go, okay, firefighter cards. Okay. But then I
right?
saw you open one a few days, one, and I was like, whoa, they're like different ones. They're different this or different that. You're saying they're collectibles and and I was like, okay, all right, let me get a set. Let me see what the big thing is. And clearly after tonight, opening these for the first time, man, you got me addicted now. I'm about to go online and
Good.
buy some more after this because I'm like, this
I
is
love it.
awesome. This is history. This is you're following these chase cards. I mean, this was cool. Now that yeah, I'm going to put this in a nice little card collection now and save that. But now this is straight up history. I can't wait to read these and go into more detail and I go, okay, let's figure out what happened. How did Benjamin Franklin get into fire service? What happened to this Triangle Shirtwaist factory fire? How did it start? How can you prevent it from happening again?
Right.
It's so many advancements and changes have been made in the building maintenance and buildings and all that. So, I mean, it goes down to one last question. Why does my smoke alarm beep at 3 in the morning?
It's because you didn't check it. Because you didn't check it.
See, there you
It's
go.
called
There you go.
preventative. It's preventative. You hit that button, you're gonna know
It's
you can avoid that 3
always
a.m.
at
wake
3
up
in the
call.
morning.
Hey, I was making TikToks, man. I made a few TikToks. Wait, I don't know, a year or so ago, and I made some posts. I'm like, hey, stop, ruining your TikToks with that beep. Like
Oh
right now,
man.
I have smoke. I don't have one out in the garage. I'm out in like my second studio. It's my
Mhm.
garage. But anyway, could you imagine if you're in the middle of doing a live and all of a sudden, that noise? Now they started
Mhm.
doing it on purpose. People started adding that in because it would drive people crazy. And they're like, hey, in the comments, hey, your smoke detector. And that drove engagement, So it's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. But yeah, check your
But
smoke detector.
when like, it's so funny because Friday I was on the phone with the VA and a lot of VA representatives for appointments for the Department of Veterans Affairs are working at home. And so I am on the phone making appointments and all of a sudden hear that ding, ding. And like literally before we hung up the phone, I'm like, ma'am, appreciate everything, dude. Yes, this is my appointment, blah, blah, blah. Please, ma'am, don't forget to change that battery in your smoke detector. Right when I said that, I remember you just came in my head like I was speaking on your behalf. And she's like, I know, I need to do that. I'll wait till my husband comes home. But I thought that was hilarious. So yeah.
Luzak, he just posted in there 10 hollows, 10 quote cards.
Dang,
But I
that's
can't
awesome.
remember how many of those hollows are the Zach Newtons, though, Luzak. That's what I was referring to. I don't remember. Maybe 6. I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm gonna be getting so much for this because I'm supposed to know
I
this. I
no,
can't
it's a
remember.
dude. And
I
here's
can't
the thing,
remember.
though. You kidding me? There's so much to this. There's
There's a
so
lot.
much like to just quote that information off your top of your head. Are you kidding me? Like if someone asked me right now, "Hey, you built a business. How many shirts you have?"
Right.
Or
Right.
500 right now online? Like because it's so much. It's so much stuff that. Trust me, dude. I'm not dogging you for that. This is what you're showing me,
No, don't
though.
do it.
Is
You gotta dog it. You have to. You gotta hold me accountable because I'm supposed to know this. No, hey,
but you taught me history, man. You taught me. I mean, that's one thing that I've always loved. I always loved history, and the more and more I learned about history now, even into the fire industry of history, this is awesome. This is awesome. So,
I'm glad you enjoyed these cards, man. I can't wait for Jeremy and Taylor to see this because
oh,
this is
trust
the
me,
first time you've ever opened them. The first time that
ever,
you've
ever.
experienced it. I'm gonna say you're more of black back to blue, right? You're
Well,
more
yeah,
on that side of life,
obviously,
okay? Right?
yeah,
But we back each other. But here's the thing: that you're on
of
that
course.
side of the world, and here you are coming into our side
Mhm.
because of these cards, bro.
Yep.
because of these cards. You're
Yep.
learning something, you're excited about it, you're seeing some cool stuff. You see the potential, right? And
Yep.
this is only the first edition, man.
That's
This is only the
amazing.
first edition with these legacy fire cards. The second edition's coming out the end of April. So
Wow, man.
yeah, get to
And
collecting.
and it's so funny because a lot of people, like, I'm prior Coast Guard, prior Army, and a lot of people that are different branches. Like today, I was out in the parade, and a few Air Force guys were there, a few Navy guys were there, and all this stuff, walking around with other veterans. And it's so funny because we like to dog each other. We like to make fun of each other and things like that. But when someone needs help, when you're about to go to work and do what you need to do as a first responder, as a firefighter, as a police, as a veteran, or as a military, that joking around and dogging each other goes on the back burner, and all of us get together and go, we need what we need to do. You know what I mean? What
Right.
can we do? And it's so
Yep.
funny. When I was in the Coast Guard, law enforcement, back to blue has always been, since I joined the Coast Guard. I was a law enforcement officer in the Coast Guard, a boarding officer, went after drug runners and all that. My roommate, even though you live on ship most of the time, you still have your own little apartment. When you're in port. So I had my apartment in Virginia, and me and this other guy, we just got along. We just great guy, great guy. We had funny personalities, and we were young, and we're like, hey man, you want to share an apartment together? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Split the rent half and half, and it was a great time. 2 bedroom, two bath in Portsmouth, Virginia. He was a firefighter on the ship, and he loved it. He loved it. That was his thing. He was the head nozzleman. He was down there, like, thank God the time we were on the ship, nothing's happened, but they're training all the time. All the time.
Right.
Every day I see them with the hoses out in their gear, training and train and train and train. And there's times where, we're off the coast of Aruba and it's already 100 degrees. And I see him in his whole fire outfit training on the flight deck with these other firefighters. And I just looked at him like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But it showed me, though, it made me more impressed with him. But it was so funny because a lot of the guys on the ship docked me. They're like, bro, you picked a firefighter to be roommate, blah, 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 blah. But what was crazy is that when we had a search and rescue operation, we had a ship going down. It was off the coast of Colombia, bunch of migrants. And obviously, here's what a lot of people don't know is, and I think with firefighters and police, even if they're illegals, even if they're criminal, whatever the situation is, you still save their life. You still
Absolutely.
help them. You still give them first response, first aid, whatever they need. And the ship was going down, and we're out there trying to save everybody. Well, there was a 5-year-old that drowned. One of the guys was able to go down and grab him, put him on the ship, and you see all the firefighters, because obviously they're trained medics, do everything they can to save this kid's life. Thank God they saved him. But I'm watching him, I can only do so much because I'm not trained in what he's trained in. So I'm standing back, praying and watching this, trying to save this 5-year-old kid from Colombia's life. And they
Right.
did. But it impressed me because I'm like, and then at dinner, then we go back to dogging each other. It's a funny dynamic, but it's all teamwork. It's all like, no man, we still help each other out no matter what.
That's how you
So
deal with things. We have fun. We
yep.
hammer on each other. We keep everybody accountable. We have a
Mhm.
lot of fun with it, no matter what side. Where we do it to each other in the fire service. Hey, it's all about the brotherhood, and it doesn't mean that you're a dude, right? It's the
Exactly.
ladies as well. It's the brotherhood,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it's important. Hey, man, we're at that time. Do you have anything else that you would like to throw out to everyone watching, listening
if
as
you
we
want, if you
close?
love what if you love what K Bill does, and I mean I love what he does, man. I love his station. I love what he does, what he talks about. Obviously go on his website, socialfd.com, and support, buy some great merch from him. And if you love the radio station, everything he does on the radio station, go on Alpha Ready Co. He has a collection right there, guys. He has his collection. If you like the Social FD merch, if you like his face on stuff, right there. He has it right there on a coffee cup, on iPhone cases, on a shirt. Support this guy. Support him. He's out here teaching history. He's out here teaching fire safety. He's out here making a difference, teaching me. And I mean, I'm 42, which you're never too old to learn anything, and he's out there making a difference. So if you want to support this guy, grab some merch, help him put his face on something, walk around with his face on a t-shirt. But it helps him knowing that he's affecting and making a difference, which he is. And with your support, it even makes it a bigger difference. And go pick up some Taylor Tins fire cards. I'm about to go grab a few pack myself here right after this, because this was badass. This was fun. I love these quote cards. Actually, I love these ones, and this art. I mean, this is talent. This art is just
Right.
straight up talent right here.
And it's not AI either. The guy, he
Oh no,
actually
no,
draws
that's
it. It's
straight.
not
That's
AI.
art. That's art. You
So
can
now
tell
hold on.
he's
So Kleckner just asked a question in chat. He asked if you had any coins.
I do have coins. So I do have I love collecting coins. This is what you see behind me is literally 1% of my garage. And the Thin Line Rock Station DJs have their own chat. And I actually put on a video today on the chat of listening to Thin Line Rock Station and working on some stuff in my garage. And I just did a panel view of everything on my wall. This goes out. I have a 3-car garage. So there's 2 cars that could fit here. This whole wall is covered. And from Coast Guard to Army to what I do with the federal government, working for Homeland Security, coins, patches. Now, a lot of people in law enforcement, I don't know how they do it in fire, but in law enforcement, when you get a coin, you put it on this like shelf, like a coin shelf.
Yep.
And you go to people's desks at work, they have a bunch of them on their desk, and that's great. But with me, yeah, see, look at that. I love that. Oh man, they make coins. Dude, I gotta get one. I gotta get one. I gotta get one. I'm a big coin collector. But with me though, with us, we move around so much. Like we're in one division one day, we're in another division one day. Where literally I could be in a division for 2 weeks. I'll put up all my stuff in my office, and then also my boss would come in, hey, you're in this division now. And I'm like, all right, I just moved in. Cool. Okay. Yes, sir.
Right.
And then you pack your
Right.
bag. So I've learned I'd rather just have all that stuff in my garage where I'm not constantly moving it. So that's what I do. Like so what I do is with the coins is I buy the shadow boxes, as you can see behind me, and I just super glue. Like I'll try to get a few coins where it's not just one. I try to get a few. So I have the front and back, and I glue them in the back to the shadow box. So now they're there permanently hidden in a glass shadow box, not to collect dust. But that way I could see this every time, even just if I'm not on my radio show, if I'm not on live, I can just come in, and when I put the trash in the trash can, I could just see this. And this is us. This is how we, like I look in the back of yours, this is you. This is your personality. This is everything you work for. This is everything you've collected and done. Same thing, and so it's just a great thing to do. But yeah, I do have coins. If I'll have
You have them on the site?
I don't have them on the site, but I have them at work, and I can just easily bring them. But what I could do is, wow, that's cool. Oh,
So that's a booster box signed by Taylor from Taylor's Tins.
That is cool.
He'll sign it. You just put it in the notes, but you can't open it then. You know what I mean?
Oh no, heck no. I definitely won't. I have a few things. I have a whiskey bottle right here I'm looking at that has never been opened. That has been signed by the owner of this whiskey company. So I know exactly what you mean. Do me a favor. Since I love what you do, Kevin, and I want to make sure that we're keep boosting what we're doing. I want you to have a contest, however you want to do it. Okay. Winner of this contest, you could decide on your part whatever you want to give, like we were trying to do today with that card. All right. Winner of this contest, I will give them 2 coins of my agency, which is rare. Okay. Because it's a rare agency. A lot of people don't know what it is. And every agency has a department and just goes down the rabbit hole of how rare coins are.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then I will give them $100 gift card to Alpharetico.
Okay.
$100 gift card to Alpharetico.
Wow.
So however you want to come up with a game, whatever you want to do, you just let me know the winner, email and name. I'll send it right to them. And then, the address, and I'll mail them the coins. $100 gift card to Alpharetico. They could buy your great merch for free, advertise whatever they want to do with that merch. And 2 coins that are going to be rare from the law enforcement sector, from the agency I work at. And I'll send you some of you as well, because I'm a huge fan of yours, huge fan. So, thank you so much, man. You've been amazing. This is awesome. This is so awesome.
So you and I will get together this week. We'll chat throughout the week. We'll come together. We'll figure something out for the Saturday stream. And that's exciting, guys. You heard that? Yeah. I love it. I love it. So what do I got here? Okay. Now tell him the good. I don't understand. I only get a few different ones popping up in chat. It's weird how this program works. All right. Hey guys, in closing, Jason, I want to say thank you for doing this with me. We've gone over a little bit.
Awesome.
So Hang tight. Hey, guys, this is K-Bill with SocialFD, going beyond the nozzle. And listen, every Saturday night from 5 to 7 Central Standard Time and 7 to 9 Central Standard Time, we are on the radio, and then we are live here on Twitch. Jason, what is your time on the Thin Line Rock Station?
So you can catch my show, Operation Alpha Ready, every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the Thin Line Rock Station. My show is Operation Alpha Ready. And like what K-Bill said, man, I talk about everything. And there's some segments that are mentally hard. There's some segments that are dark. There's some segments that will make you laugh till you probably pee in your pants. There's some real life segments. There's some real life stories that I've been through. It's about a little bit of everything. You know, you can't have it dark all the time, but you can't have it funny all the time. It's a nice little balance that I try to do. So,
well, Jason, hang in there. I'm going to end this live. You and I can chat a little bit more about that stuff.
Definitely.
Guys, thanks again for coming out, checking us out. Now, we live recorded this podcast episode. In the next few days, watch for it because it'll be getting everywhere here soon. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.